Next up we have Marian Kent, followed in rapid succession by Kristen Bach. And Marian Kent is an illustrious publisher, an author, and I've been honored to be able to have her work in Meat for Tea. So she's up next.
Yes, ma'am. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? That's good. Thank you. So I'm from Easthampton, and I had a small drive, but I'm from the other side of Easthampton, and I live right at the base of that beautiful mountain, for which I never, ever take it for granted, ever, not one day. Jupiter crosses his hefty arms, sings, "I'm the biggest and that's no jive. Why do you have to bring the storm?" They hesitate at the doorway, waiting for someone, anyone, to discover the truth. Where are the scientists when you need them? She says, "You think you are King Zeus or something, but still, you're only a gas planet full of hot air. I know that much. You are vicious," snarls the almost star, "and your welts are ugly. Pretty soon that proud flesh will envelop you." She winces, licks her lips, and breathes. "Then get ready with your salt." That's called The Great Red Spot, and it was published in the Lardo edition of Meat for Tea, which, by the way, all of you should be reading because it's the coolest thing. And I feel quite honored and grateful to have a couple of my poems in here. It's definitely the hippest thing that I can associate my writing with, so that's great. This is called After Newtown, thinking about the idea of change. In talking about the end of the world and human civilization by tidal wave or solar flare, my young son whispers, "Kids are too young to die," as my heart simultaneously wilts and blooms. I reply, "Yes, far too young," and brush his hair back from a pretty forehead clean of bullet holes, stifle a moan by swallowing. One heartbeat later, my child bemoans those humans, the ones he thinks will finally realize the planet is overheating just about the time his own children are grown, and describes his child wiping her own sweaty brow as future apologists cry, "What have we done?" So I have this book called Responsive Pleading. It came out last year, and this is the last poem in the book. I should dedicate it to Tommy Twilight of Florence Poet Society, of which I'm a member, because he likes it the best. Beyond the wretched waters, hijiki like sinew serpent tongue, swirling, stinking passiflora, longest viney fingers grasping and transformed, my hands on your face, arms wrapping you in woolest flannel. Beyond the maze of city streets in which a child can lose himself, stalked like so much savage prey, beyond the deepish, blackish forest, willow branches like death wisps, I reach for you this morning, love. Here in our four-poster, here, gazing at the water-stained ceiling, our untamed scent hangs on the air. Here, beyond what night rains on you, until little feet patter downstairs and little bodies press against ours. Beyond all of that, tender moments, each more fragile than the last, fleeting before workday begins with coffee, morning things, and my leave. So fleeting, we must grasp this, look it straight in the eye, and love it hard. It's an abad, which is a poem intended to be a poem of goodbye in the morning. So I'm going to read a few new poems, and I have a new book coming out, probably in November, It will be called SUPERPOWERS, or More Poems About Flying. And again, I was trying to select poems based on the idea of change. This day in history. On the day the president said, everyone who loves should be able to marry, I went to work, you took our laundry to your mother's, and the pregnant woman still stood with her cardboard sign at the highway on-ramp. It's like when you go to see a band and you're blown away by the opening act. They transport you, grooving on their ample vibe, letting it wash over you, wishing their set would never end. You buy their records, listen obsessively, learn all the words, join their fan club, follow their tour, dance and dance and dance, catch their eye, meet them backstage, all the makings of a groupie. Time passes and your focus wanes. They've changed their sound, put out a new record. You've found someone new, but they're still there like background music, always present and comfortable, because you can tune in when you want. Mostly you don't. Until suddenly, without warning, that shit gets turned to 11, and unavoidably you start tapping your feet, thinking about getting back on the bus, or at least feeling like maybe you want to dance again. I feel like I'm going to fall over because I just sat in the sun for 2 hours. If I faint, it'll just be a moment. Just splash some water on me. I'll be fine. I've like got a sunburn. Okay, this is called Twitching Again. There goes my left eye, twitching again. You really shouldn't look up meaning of eye twitch when your own has been jerking you around for weeks. They say right eye twitch brings good luck, but I've been warned that incessant left eye twitching means a loved one will be lost. Maybe there's something to it because we haven't spoken all day. Unkindness. This was inspired, weirdly, by thinking about the show Northern Exposure and the character, the DJ character. This is what I would imagine that he would say. Unkindness. There's a lot we can learn from children if we stop telling them what to do long enough to hear them. Like how to talk to a butterfly, or what it would be like if the Earth's core were filled with cats instead of lava. True story. But above all, if you listen, the teaching of children is be kind. Speak in a kind voice. Oh, she's kind, Mama. Be kind. Isn't that enough? Kurt Vonnegut said kindness is the only rule. And then there's the golden rule, same thing. Why do grown-ups forget to be kind? What makes us leave the simplest, kindest notion behind as quaint and unachievable? If only we could greet our inner child at the moment an opposing motivation presses and say, I learned this from you, be kind. I poured myself some water and left it over there. I just have one more shorty. You might recognize the title, depending on your age. Bagism, shagism. Come huddle with me against the swirling storm of shadowy hunger, the brewing, voiceless one paycheck away from I don't know whatness, the solitary trepidation approaching quaking fear. We'll choose brilliant love over the war machine. Peace. Thank you. I should probably say I have some books if anybody wants to buy one. Thanks.